to see who that was that sent me a message. Good morning, everybody. I'm up early. I had to get a shower and change and get my day started. It's just 5:20 here in America. Got to go out. It's Saturday. I'm going to go try to go walking. Excuse my eyes are puffy because I cried all night. Try to get out of the house. I always get up early. I can't do coffee right now because my doctor just got me on this diet where I have to fast every day for 6 hours and then eat nothing after 7, just drink fluids. I have to let go of my colas, Pepsis. I got to give all those away. I can only drink clear sodas like ginger ale or Fresca, or I can't do my Mountain Dews. But I did it before, and I lost 20 pounds in 3 months. Well, not quite, about 15. But she want me to come down again. It's the holidays. You know, family was bringing over dishes of food, and I was cooking, and I just picked up a little bit, and we had cake and apple pies and potato pies and stuff like that, and a lot of mac and cheese and potatoes with mixed up like a salad, cornbread, a lot of bread. So, and see, I work. And when you work and you get your job done, you get to sit down, with the residents and stuff. So, and here lately, I've been actually going outside from the job because it's a huge backyard. And I walk around that backyard right after I eat. So I'm going to have to start doing that again. And I've been doing it for the last couple of weeks. But today, there's a state park here. And they have this huge lake. And each time you walk around the lake, you punch the button. You walk the mile. So I'm going to try to do, I used to could do 5 miles. But since I haven't did it, the last time I went, it was just 1 mile. So what I'll do is start off like 1 mile, 1 mile. And then if I think I can handle it, I'll do 2. But I'm not going to eat anything. I'm probably going to drink my orange juice. I can't do coffee, but I do have decaf. But I don't want to do coffee because I know coffee will make me have to stop and go in that bathroom. So I'll bypass the coffee. But when I come back, I'll have tea. Okay. Like, bonjour. 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 And welcome. Welcome to the chat. Please give me a thumbs up. I was just saying that I'm about to go do some exercise today. I got to go walk. I go to the state park and we walk around the lake, which is 1 mile. Each time you walk around the lake, it's a mile. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm just making a live. Thank you. Thank you to ask question. Thank you for the thumbs up. I really appreciate. I'm an early riser here in North Carolina. It's only about 5:24 in the morning, and thank you, Nona Noiki, the night god. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Thank you all for the thumbs up. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for coming in on my live. I appreciate it. My name is Miss Ruby. Uganda. Africa in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Moini Devil, welcome, welcome, welcome. And probably in 2026, I'll be visiting with, and I got some friends in Uganda. I'm going to be visiting with them. But in a few months, I'll be going to Nairobi. And then I'll be going to Lagos in probably December next year. But 2026, I'm going to make sure I go to Uganda because I'm supposed to be going to Ghana too as well. I'm going to be traveling through a travel agent. And then, oh, it's so nice to meet you too. And welcome, welcome. We have a lot of Ugandans here, right here in America. I work with one. She's from Uganda. Yeah. I work with a girl from Nigeria and a girl from Ghana. And the one from Uganda, her name is Esther. And this one named Rachel. They're from Uganda. And they're living in America. But they're over here on work visas. And they left their children at home with their moms, and they're sending money back home. But they got over here on a work visa work to come and live with friends. And they're working. They're making good money too. And they're sending most of their money back home. And they're living with other people from Africa. It's a house somewhere they live in. I don't know too much about it. She didn't tell me too much, but welcome guys, welcome, welcome. Yeah, welcome. Please hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate it. The more views I get, the more YouTube would recognize me as a YouTuber. There are a lot of older people here in America that's doing YouTube because I wasn't going to do it, and they encouraged me. And we're older people, and you'd be surprised. I met a guy named Mr. Paul, 80 years old, traveling YouTuber. Of course, he gets an income from the government, but he gets an income from YouTube now. And I said, what? Are you serious? I couldn't believe it. I'm nowhere near him. I haven't got that yet. Oh, well, I'm just living in a room. I'm at my mom's house. And this is my bed. This is my porta potty. That's my closet. That's my dresser. These are my clothes. Right there under that is my dog. And those my shoebox of dishes, my water, my fireplace. That's my son that got killed. Those are his plants. There's my fridge. Back to my bed. And cleaning rags. That's the rag I clean with. That's pretty much my little dusty, rusty, crusty room. But I'm okay here because I can cook. I can go to the bathroom and just take the bag out, throw it in the trash. I have my own food. I have my drinks. But the doctor's taking me off all dark sodas. No coffee, caffeine. So that's pretty much it. I have my heat. And this big thing right here, you put ice in it and it blows cool air. And it's freezing in here in the summertime. So you know here in America we have winter, spring, summer, and fall. Right now we're in the winter. And next week we're going into the Christmas. Wait a minute. No, week after next we'll be going into the Christmas season. And then after that, 1 week after Christmas, the New Year here in America, 2025. It's a small house. What about outside weather? How much is the cool? It's freezing cold. It's about 30 degrees Fahrenheit and about 13 Celsius. It's cold. It's really cold here and there. And I'm in Charlotte, and we're in the mountains. Cold. As a matter of fact, I'm in the part where they have the farms. Back here we have a big lake, a big farm, cow pasture. We have goats back there, deer, rabbits, raccoons, fox, little small bobcats. You have to watch that. And if you go 100 miles out, you might run into a coyote and a little black bear. Because when you're in the mountains, you have a lot of wildlife. Yeah. Oh, I'll take care of myself. I've been around quite a few years, and I stopped counting when I turned 45. So I'm not telling my age. You might look at my profile and figure it out, but I didn't even put that real thing on there too. I made it a little older. So, because I don't really want people to know my real age. But I have children that are 30 and grandkids. And I stopped counting at the age of 45. So a lot of times when people ask me how old I am, 45. Last year I was 45. Next year I'll be 45. The year after that I'll be 45. So, and it's okay. It's okay. But what I was expressing myself was, I'd appreciate you all giving me a thumbs up so I can get the views. It really helps me out on YouTube. And I appreciate you all coming in. I was just explaining my day. I was going to a state park and I was going to walk around the lake. Each time you walk around the lake, it's 1 mile. So the other day I did 1. Today I'm going to do 2. Next Saturday or Saturday after that, when I'm off the weekend, I'll do 3. So I'm going to build up. Oh, bless your heart. If I was in my 30s, trust me, I'd probably be in Canada somewhere, or Alaska, or Uganda. You know, I traveled a lot. The last 7 years, I did go to New Orleans, Louisiana. I went to Texas. I went to Nevada. I didn't go to the casino because I'm a church person. I don't gamble. I don't go in those type of places. So I did ride by, and from the highway, I could see the city turn different color. The lights are beautiful in Nevada, the casino. I've been to Omaha, Nebraska. I went to visit with the Mormons. I bought a lot of tea and sugar cookies back from them. Where else did I go? I went to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I went to Kentucky. I went to visit the Army base at Fort Campbell. I was just traveling, but I wasn't filming. This was just me on my own. And I was with a friend of mine, a neighbor. And we would go like every 3 months. Take off, we rent a van with the bed and the bathroom and the little kitchen in it. And we go. And we went to Atlanta, Georgia quite a few times to the underground. And the Jamaican guys was there. The Cuban people were there. They were cooking food. They were performing. So we was there. We did that a lot. And that was right after my son got killed in 2017. My neighbor grabbed me up and said, Miss Ruby, let's go. You need to get away. You got to go crazy sitting in this house. So she got me up. Every 5 or 6 months, 3 months, we was going somewhere. And we would stay 3 or 4 days and come back. And we both go back to work. Yeah, and then my husband died right before that. So, and I was living out in the country by myself in a big 3-bedroom house in Burlington, North Carolina. And my neighbors said, I'm watching you. You're not going to do this. I'm not going to sit here and watch you lose your mind. So she snatched me up and we went. And now she's kind of calmed down some because we both had a little bout of cancer. And we got through that. So she's not up to traveling much anymore. But I told her I am. And when I get my RV next year, I'm going to pick her up and I'm going to take her with me. She told me she would go with me to Nairobi. She said anytime I want to go to New Orleans, she'll go. She likes the beach. And I don't want to give her age either, but she's close to 70. She looks just as good as I do, but trust me, I haven't got there yet. I'm about 30 years before I get there. But anyway, she's a good friend and a good neighbor. And I'm not going to call her name until we get on videos together. And I'll let her introduce herself. But it's good to have friends like that, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes when you're up in age, middle age, the only people you know is the ones you went to school with, your closest neighbor. Like I had a Spanish neighbor, Margarita. She was my age. She was 57. She would say, Miss Ruby, come, we go. And I had to use my phone to translate. We would always go to a Spanish Mexican restaurant. We go to the little stores, the little food stores, the food mart Mexicans, and she would show me different kinds of fruit that they cook, like the cactus. And then they would cook goat meat a lot. And she was just a sweet neighbor. But I had to move. because what I did 2 years ago, I sold my house to the landlord, the one that owned the property in the trailer park, and she gave me a pretty good price for it. So I ended up living in my car. I had a bed out there, a stove, a sink, a toilet, and then my mother, who's in her 80s, that lives alone after my dad died, asked me to come and stay with her. So I did. I've been here now 2 years. And now, at the top of the year, probably around February or March. Okay, don't feel nervous. Okay, I won't. Oh, thank you. I thank you. I've lost a lot. 7 years ago, I lost my only son in a car crash. That was his picture I showed you. And about 5 years before that, my husband died with cancer. After almost 40 years of marriage, I was devastated. Still young, still middle age, and I've gotten all these offers for marriage too. And I told these guys, and some of them were my Christian brother, and I said, no, I don't want to. I don't feel like it. I don't want the presence of another man in my home where my husband had built. No. Thank you, but no thank you. I appreciate the offer because they were saying I don't need to be alone. And, well, after a few years being alone after my son died, I realized that I was being stalked by some man. He kept coming in my yard. I had to take out a trespassing warrant. He was sneaking around my house at night. I had to put up cameras. One of my dogs was poisoned, and I know he did it with antifreeze. He was charged for that. Some of my Spanish neighbors said they would see him walking around at night, and they would tell him, you better not mess with that lady. She don't want to be bothered with you. And this was a Caucasian man. So eventually the police told me probably the safest thing for me to do is to move because they say he's up to something and he's after me. And why, I don't know. So I moved out and sold my house. And I've been here in this room. It's not too comfortable, but it's a roof over my head. I'm warm. I'm cool. It does get a little hot in here in the summertime. And sometimes I leave and go get a hotel. Because this is an old house. My mom and dad been here for like 60 years. My dad passed away about 15 years ago before my husband died. And my mom was here. My brother lived here, but he had a stroke and he was in the hospital for a while. So when I moved in, he was still in the hospital. And they put him in a nursing home because he couldn't do anything for himself. He could just lay there and look at you. And he passed away last year. So then my mom was all alone. So it's a good thing I moved back here. Help her out. And she's 88. So almost 90. She doesn't need to be alone. Oh, trust me, I cried all night last night. That's why I'm so puffy. All day yesterday. For the last 3 months, 3 of my schoolmates has passed away. And a neighbor. So my whole family's kind of been like, you know, my neighbor that we've been knowing for 60 years, 50 years. He's been over here for many, many years. My mom and dad knowed him for about 60 years. I known him probably about 40 years. And 3 of my classmates passed away, one after the other during the month. And 5 years ago, I went to a class reunion. They were all there. And now 3 of them passed away. I think it's been 4. It's been 5. 5 of my classmates passed away. Every different month. And some of my other classmates that are still living are trying to figure out maybe they were sick or maybe they just died and maybe something else was going on. You know, maybe they had health problems. But they didn't act like it. They didn't tell it. They didn't show it. So I thought everybody was pretty much healthy like us, you know. Because I have girlfriends that are 50, 60, 70, and we're fine. We do our regular doctor checkups. We don't take this doctor's medicine now. A lot of our doctors are kind of upset because we refuse doctor's medicine. We do herbs, we take teas, we do our own colon flush. We flush out. We do a lot of turmeric and a lot of garlic. Our blood pressure is good. Our cholesterol levels are good. We're keeping our weight down. I'm going to go lose this 15 pounds I picked up over the holidays by walking. As a matter of fact, when I get off live, I'm going to do my 20-minute walk-in with the lady, Miss Rachel, on TV, on YouTube. Oh, you be facing so many problems in Uganda. I know. They say it's hard in Africa, especially if you don't have a good job. The struggle to survive, to feed your families. One lady told me they have to go to the river every day to get water, to wash their clothes. And they're assigning people to keep the toilet clean, because I know you have outside shower bathrooms and outside toilets. And I know it's a third world country. And when I went to Jamaica, we had to go shower outside, but it was inside of a little building, and we had the toilet outside. But there were still people going there that would go right to the river and wash their clothes, take a bath, you know. And some people still go out in the woods and just dig a hole and use the bathroom and cover it up with dirt. So they still do that in Jamaica. And some people take scraps of metal and wood and they build them a house themselves because they have free land there in Jamaica. You can go let the government know you need a plot or you need 1 acre. So they'll tell you, fence it in and build a gate and tell everybody that's your property. And once you clear it off, you can build you a house. It can be wood, it can be iron sheets, whatever you want to build it out of. Or you can buy an old shed and put it there. That's your home. Because it never gets cold in Jamaica. It's always hot. So, and you buy a generator, and that's your air. You buy a gas stove so you can cook. You build a shed so you can always cook outside even when it's raining because it's hot all the time. And you hook your fan up to your generator. And you have to put your generator in a cage. And you have to put cement around it. So all you have to do is put fuel in it. That's your life. And I've lived with people like that over there. And we were fine. We cooked outside every day. We went to the river and got water and went inside this closed thing made of leaves, and we took our bath, you know. And we went to the another place. We dug a hole in the ground, and there was our toilet. We were fine. I was happy. And then I went to another place where they had the inside bed and the outside toilet and shower. Please, please, want to come to your house, so give some work in the house. Oh, okay. Well, I'm living with my mom now. Next year I have my own house, and I'll be able to invite you. I'll probably be able to come to Uganda and bring you back, but you'll have to have a passport and a visa. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get a friend of mine next year. He's going to come and live. He's in the process of getting his passport, and he's going to get an American. It's so easy to get an American visa. They're not complicated like a lot of visas. And he's going to come over here on a work visa and stay 2 years. And I'm going to have one of these, another house like I had before. It's a motor house. It's on wheels, and you can drive it around or you can park it. Thanks to my mom with this big backyard, I can park it here. And I have a little small car. So I'll let him live there. I have one more person that's coming to stay with me. And they're going to work. And then they're going to save up their money, send some home. And when they go back home, they're going to have thousands of US dollars. So they're going to go back to Nigeria and Kenya, and they're going to buy 1 acre and fence it in and build them a house. And I said, just start off with a mud house and then eventually put brick around it and plaster it, then paint it. You start from scratch. But as soon as I get financially stable, I'm going to go and get them and bring them back. And I'm going to make sure, as long as they get their passport, I'll make sure they get an American visa because we'll go to the embassy. And I'll show them my paper that I was born and raised here. Even though I'm African American, I was born and raised here. So I can go to that country and have them get an American visa and sign it saying I'll be responsible for them in my country, and then they can come and live with me. And it'll be like a trailer, and it can sleep 2, 4, 6 people. So I'll give them a little room, and then during the day, I put my kitchen table down, and I slide a curtain up so they can have privacy. That'll be a bed. My bed will be all the way in the back, and all I need is one small bed with my little small dog. And then I'll have like a bathroom, and it'll be inside a little compartment with a shower. So everybody can, go to the toilet and shower every day. So it's going to be okay. And I'm going to help them get jobs because I have 3 cousins that have own their own business, construction, and one is a carpenter. And one worked like in a facility cleaning. He's the cleanup man. And if they have a high school diploma, I can get them working in security, checking trucks in and out. We have a lot of trucks coming in and out in this country. And what they do is they go pick up the cargo from the ships coming from Africa and London and Russia and Ukraine. And they load them on these trucks and these trains. And then they bring them in the gate. Because I did that for many years as a security officer. And because when I graduated college, I was a medical assistant. But sometimes you know how you get burnt out. So I did that for 20 years. I got tired of it. So I went to doing security. I did that for 10 years and I loved it. And then I got tired of that. So I went back into the medical field being a nurse. And I work with the nurse technicians. I'm not being a regular nurse anymore because I don't want to touch blood. It's against my religion. Blood is sacred. I don't want anything to do with blood. So I can't be a nurse. But they say I can be a nurse technician. So I work with the nurse. I still pass out pills. I still check their blood sugar. That's just a little bit of blood. And I give them a diabetic shot. That I do. That's no problem. And I like the money. So, and right now I only have myself. My youngest daughter in Jamaica with her husband. They live here, but they go back and forth because, is it Jamaica or St. Cruz? St. Thomas, something like that. Anyway, he's Caribbean. My grandchildren are Caribbean. Let's see. One is 10, one is 3 months, one is 2 weeks old. And I have some that's 16, still in school. And 3 graduated from college. Yeah, because my son got married when he was like 18. I did too. I had my first child when I was 18, so apples don't fall too far from the tree. We all started out young because that was the tradition here in America. You grow up, you finish high school, you get married. If you want to, you go to a little college, get you a career. It's normal to cry with someone who died 4 or 5 years ago. Oh, your stepfather. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it's normal to cry. It is. Even though it's been years, it is normal. Sometimes I think about it. Sometimes I'm okay with it. And sometimes when a classmate die or a neighbor, I get sad again. Hi. Hello, Clinton. Alungi. Alungi. Hi. Welcome to my chat. Hello. Please hit the thumbs up button, guys. I need that. I really do. I really do need that. And thank you all for coming in to Miss Ruby's chat. Miss Ruby's _ exploring life. Miss Ruby's _ adventures. And I was encouraged by some YouTubers that's 60 and 70 and 80 years old to YouTube. And I told them, no, I think I just watched the videos. They said, no, start a YouTube channel. Encourage people because I'm a nurse. So they said I should encourage people. So I do. And I try to help people deal with depression because what you do is you cry it out. And then you go for walks. And then you talk about it. But you don't want to talk about it in a way to make other people sad. You want to talk about it in a way to make them say, look, I can get through this. I'm going through a storm right now, but I can get through this. I can do this. I might need a little help, but I can do this. So I'm telling people, you'll get through this. Sometimes we have to climb a high mountain and we fall down. But you know what? You knock that dirt off and you keep climbing till you get there. Be determined. Be determined to live your life. You know, God gave us a good life and we want to enjoy it. So let's enjoy it. Ayan Khan. Your name is Ayan Khan. Ayan Khan. Is that right? Ayan Khan. Clinton Alongi. Yes. Oh, thank you. I got it right. Good, good, good. I like that name. My son had a friend named Khan. He was from China. He taught my son how to fight karate. They were in school together. They played in the band together. And they played basketball in high school together. His name was Khan. And he was a sweet guy, too. He used to come and stay with us. And my son would go and stay with him and his family. And my son said they ate a lot of duck meat. And he learned to eat duck. So I thought that was fascinating for him to meet a nice friend like that. And I thought Khan was going to take him to China. But when those guys, they went to beauty school. They became barbers and beauticians, both of them. And they were doing barber and beautician. My son was doing natural hair and barber. Khan was doing hair, barber, but he moved to Winston-Salem. So they kind of lost touch. And then when my son died, Khan came to the funeral, and he said, Miss Ruby, I'm a police officer now. I said, what? Really? I said, good for you. So now his best friend is a police officer, and he's in Winston. But he calls me every now and then, say, Miss Ruby, how you holding up? I say, I'm okay. You know, I lost my son, my husband, but I'm hanging in there. I still got a job. I still got my life. I'm still alive. So I'm just trying to keep going. Okay, and it's so good to talk to you all. I was waiting for my Nigerian son and daughter to come in, but over there it's probably like, let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's lunchtime, 12, 1, 2, and it's 2 o'clock in Kenya, and it's about 12 o'clock in Nigeria, so maybe there it's lunchtime. It's Saturday. I know my daughter's probably cleaning house. Her son is not in school today, so she's probably spending family time. And my son is probably out doing some work because I think he does like construction work. He goes and get him a hustle. And he's in the process of moving into another apartment, a flat, what they call them in Nigeria. They move into a flats, like apartments. But they go inside of a gate, inside the compound. There's a building and everybody has their own apartment. Some are upstairs and some are downstairs. So where he's at now, it's not too good when it rains. It rains in there. So I told him, I said, go try to find another place, you know. And if you need help with your rent and deposit, I can do that. But after that, you on your own, you know. You pay your rent. So find another apartment where it don't rain in there. I have a friend in Kenya. Her apartment was leaking real bad, raining. So I sent her something to patch it up, and she paid some people to patch it up. And then it's not raining in there anymore. and I look at her videos. She also lives alone, but she's young. She's not even 30 yet. And there's another one that's 35, and there's another one at 45. They all live alone in Nairobi. And they say it's not easy, but they do get YouTube, a little AdSense paid from YouTube, and they sell food and vegetables so they can pay their rent. And sometimes you can pay your rent, like in Africa, for a whole year, and then you won't have to worry about it. So I wish we could do that here, but this house is paid off. And like I said before I moved here, I moved out of my house, and I actually lived in my car. And I parked here in front of my mom's house. And I had my bed, my toilet, my TV out there. I had a little cook stove. I had my sink. I was okay. And sometime it got really hot, so I would have to pull like in the yard under a tree and put my little fans in the window. And I put a net over my car. And I put fans all around in my windows. And in the wintertime, I bought heated blankets. And I got like a battery. And I hooked it up. And it was so cold. But eventually, I was asked to come live here in the house. So I came here. In March next year, I'll be moving out because somebody else will be moving in. And I'll be moving out. But I'll have a house. It's a build like a little trailer house. So, and I'm planning on purchasing that. And I'm going to take all my money I've been saving and get that in the spring. So, and I'll be able to park it on the side of my mom's house. Or she said I can park it back in the backyard. So I'll be doing that. Yeah. I'll be in my own place again, on my own again. Thank you. Thank you for being happy for me. I'll be happy too, but the thing is, you're lonely. So next year when I go get my little friends and bring them back, I won't be lonely. I'll have some roommates. They'll be from Africa. We got to find jobs for them as soon as they get here. So I know where to go. I know some people that will hire them, but we're going to do everything we can. Like go to the employment agency, show the visas, and they'll help find them work. But we have a president-elect now. He's a Caucasian. He doesn't like black people, so he's going to try to make it hard for us. So once I bring them over here, we're going to have to try to find jobs that will hire people of color. Because a lot of them are not going to hire people of color. Now, the people I work for are black people. So I wanted to make sure I was covered before we get this president that don't like people of color, because he's going to try to make it hard for us. He's going to make sure that the poor people don't get no kind of income from the government, which is called Social Security. We worked all our lives, over 40 years for that. He doesn't want us to have it anymore. And the people that are disabled, that has disabilities, he's going to cut their money off. Well, the family's going to have to take care of them. But he can only do that for 4 years. After that, another president would be elected. But I don't know. We pray a lot in this country. We're going to trust God, and we know everything is going to be all right. We know a lot of times we're going to have to go to the farm and buy food. We won't be able to go to the grocery stores, because some stores won't allow people of color in their stores. Okay, it's good. It's good. Oh, it's 2 p.m. now in Kenya. Oh, good, good. Okay. Okay, wow. So it's 12 o'clock in Nigeria. Thank you for coming again, Farmer Issa. Please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate you so much. You're loyal. You come all the time. I'm going to have to get into your videos. I used to come, but I think I kind of lost track when I bought a new phone. I lost a lot of the old people that I used to go in their videos and watch them. I just bought this phone about 6 months ago because my other one, it was the iPhone 6. I dropped it in some water. I couldn't do nothing with it. So I had to hurry up and get this. And I was able to get this on credit and make payments. And I only owe 2 payments, and it'll be paid off. So, and it's got a good camera on it. It's the iPhone Pro 15, I think. It might be the 13 or 14. I forgot, but anyway. Thank you for coming, Farmer Issa. I was just talking about how things are changing over here in this country. And it's on the news. If you all can watch the USA News. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Our new president is, he's opening up the border. He's making anybody that don't have their proper papers, he's making them leave, deport, especially the Spanish people. He's deporting them right now out of our country. He's forcing them to leave. He's got the FBI and the CIA agents, government agents, help escorting these people out of the country. He's trying to escort that Jamaican and the Haitians and anybody from other countries out of the country if you're not legal. He's cut off their food source. They used to get a card. They could go buy food. He cut it off. Now they're going to these churches, and the churches are still giving. Black people give anybody food. They don't care. If you're hungry, you're hungry. In this country, you can go and eat a hot meal, and then they'll give you a bag of food with a pack of meat, some canned goods, and maybe some potatoes, a fruit. You know, it's some countries, they don't do that. But he's trying to stop all of that. He's trying to stop. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. And it's just so happened that some of us work. That's how we make it. Because he said that the ones that get checks from the government, he's going to stop that. But thank God he only had 4 years. Because another president might come and say, no, let the people get their Social Security. They work for that. Or he might say, no, let them get the food card so they can eat. Because in this country, we have a lot of homeless people too. We have people that don't have food, don't have a place to live. So what some of the people with money been doing is giving them tents. They give them these little wood stoves for the winter time. They give them these little fans that run by battery. They live out in the woods in tents, and they survive. They fish every day. They go to different churches. They give them free food. They got these little stoves where they can turn on the gas. They can cook in the winter time or the summer. They can cook. They can eat. The only thing about it, they have to be careful when you're in like a cow pasture because there are snakes. And you have these huge spiders. You have to watch out for the deer, the rabbit, the raccoon would tear up your stuff, go in your food. Every now and then, because the brush is so thick, we find a black bear. They be small, but the Humane Society, the Animal Control, they come and get the bear, or they'll come and get the bobcat. But the foxes, they can't do nothing with the foxes. They can run up under the ground and hide. They cannot find them. But foxes will come out and steal your chickens. And we got people right along here got chickens, but they have to lock them up in their pen at night. And then you got to put cement around the edges because fox will try to dig a hole and go up in there and steal your chickens. So I'm in the country part of the States. I'm not in the city. There's some streets here and it's a community, but this is the country. This is farmland where I'm living on, where my mom live at. Yeah. Very dangerous. I have to be careful sometimes when I go walking in the woods. And I have to watch my dog because a fox will run up and take her. So I have to scoop her up if I think I see a fox. And I have to have a stick to run them off. But I try not to go too far. Today I'm going to go to a state park where we have the animal control people there watching out for any animal that may come up. And we walk. And we walk around this big old lake for a mile. And that's my exercise. Yes, he wants to send the homeless away. He wants to fix it where they're starved. Don't give them no food. And he wants them to die. That's what he wants. He don't want to give elder people a government check. He don't want to feed the homeless. He don't want them living on the land. Where are they going to go? What are they going to eat? This man is ruthless. He's like another Hitler. He hates Mexicans. He hates blacks. Anything that's not white, he hates them. He wants nothing to do with us. So only thing we can do is keep praying that maybe he won't be in that White House long. Maybe he won't be the president long. Maybe they'll send him away, or somebody will tell him, look, you can't run a country like that. And he's a convicted felon. He has been in trouble with the law. He owes millions of dollars back taxes. But because he's a white man, they are letting him get away with it. But we're going to pray. I got a lot of people praying. We're going to pray. God is going to take care of us. It's going to work out. I'm sitting here starving myself because I can't eat anything till 1 o'clock because the doctors got me fasting. But I'm going to make me some tea and some lemon water. She's got me fasting because I gained 15 pounds over the holidays. She told me to bring them back down. So, because it's for health reasons. She told me she don't want me to weigh no more than 165 because I'm only 5 feet 3 inches tall. So, but I'm gonna end this vlog because I have to fix my lemon water and my tea. I'm feeling hungry, but I can't eat anything, and it's only a little after 6 here, and I gotta wait till 1 o'clock before I can eat anything. But once I drink that tea, it's kind of filling. So, yes, I will. I'll abide by her instructions so I can stay healthy, so I can live another 20, 30 years. You know, I got to come to Kenya, and I got to go to Nigeria, and I got to go to Uganda. I got to go to Ghana. I promised these people to come and visit just for a short stay. And each time I go, I want to stay at least 2 weeks. I want to just see the country, do some, videos, and come back home. Oh, yeah, I'm making plans. And see, it's good to work with a travel agent. The point is, I have to keep a job so I can pay and get that cheapest flight and pay for my seat and my luggage and then get a hotel. So what I'll do is when I get the hotel, I'll go stay at the hotel, but when I leave, I'll go stay with somebody else and then just give them some Kenyan shillings and stay with them a week. Then when I go back, I can just go from the hotel to the airport. Go through immigration, get through the border, whatever I got to do, and go and sit and wait on my flight. And we always got to go to London and then back to America. When we leave America, we got to go to London, and we got to stay over there 13 hours. And then we get the British Airways from London to Nairobi. It's the same thing for Nigeria, for Uganda, and for Ghana. But in the meantime, I'll be watching for the lowest price air flights. But I'm going to go because I need to go to the bathroom and I need to go check my teapot because I'm boiling some water for my tea and my lemon water to kind of put something on my stomach because I've got to do this. Many more years to live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so do you. Yes, we do. We got many more years to live. Many more years to live. Yeah, that's a blessing, isn't it? That's a blessing. Wow, I'm doing good today. I got almost 49 minutes on live stream. And this is helping my watch hours. I got up to 38 watch hours. So by the end of the year, I hopefully we got 2 more weeks. Hopefully I have a maybe 55, 60, if not 100 watch hours, because I'm going to be doing this every day, all day. So by the end of the year, I might have close to 100 watch hours. And if I can get 100 in every month, and more, by November next year, I have 3,000 hours. And I'll have 1,000 subscribers. And then once I get monetized, I'll just pay for my ads and wait on my pen. And that'll help. That'll help with my income. And then I could travel and do videos and still get an income. And what I'm going to do when I leave the job, I'm going to try to do one of those work from home. I'll do log in and tell them I want to do a seasonal job so I can work from home on my laptop. So while I'm away, I'll still be earning an income. And when I come back to the States, I'll go back to my regular job. My daughter's going to help me figure it out because she's a consultant. So, but I'm going to end the video here. It's up to 50 minutes. I could go up to 1 hour, couldn't I? But I got my teapot. Thank you, Farmer Issa. I'll see you soon, too. I love you all. Don't forget, if you tell somebody you love them today, you all be safe. Keep growing your vegetable garden, and I'll be looking up your videos, okay? I love you so much. Thank you for always coming. You mean the world to me. You're very special to me, okay? Don't forget that. Bye, love.